The people need to require Brandon Bass to write a book because I want to hear this man's stories, the things he got to see in his NBA career. He's always a little late or a little early, but the superstars he got to play with and the teams and iterations that he got to play for or, kind of with afterwards are just amazing. He starts with the New Orleans/Oklahoma City Hornets, which is just an interesting start in and of itself, but he gets to play with Chris Paul, which young, good Chris Paul. Goes from there to playing with Dallas pre their 2011 title run, post their 06 finals loss. But man is getting to hone the power forward craft with Dirk Nowitzki. In 2010, he joins the Orlando Magic just after their finals run, getting to play with Dwight Howard. 2012, he joins the Celtics. I feel like this is the most memorable part of his career, and we'll come back to that, but I just kind of want to do the high-level career overview first. In 2016, he's with the Lakers for Kobe's last year. And then Bass finishes out his career with the Lob City Clippers. So if he were to write a book of the memoirs and things he got to see, we're talking young Chris Paul, old Kobe, the Boston Big Three Celtics, Dwight Howard in his prime, and Dirk Nowitzki at the apex of his powers. I would 110% buy that book, or better yet, if you put it out as a podcast, I would listen to that podcast. I feel like a lot of Brandon Bass lore kind of just gets eaten up by the love of Big Baby Davis, because Bass is not quite as big or as strong. He's still bringing a lot of rough and tough to the front line and helping grab those boards, but he's providing a little bit more spacing. Not quite three-point shot, but from the mid-range, that 16 feet to three-point line, 45% on his career. That's pretty solid. He's the mid-2000s version of a pick-and-pop type of player. It's a mid-2000s version of a pick-and-pop player. It's a devastating, hard-hitting screen, and the roll leaves a little something to be desired because he's only popping to 16 feet, but still, he's finishing it well. For most of his career, Bass is either a bench player or he's that fifth starter, the starter who starts but then is first sub out. You start but you don't get 30 minutes a night type of guy. But there's still a ton of value in that player in that he can ramp up when needed, like the Eastern Conference semis of 2012. Bass delivers a 27-point Game 5 and then a 16-point Game 7 to clinch it for the Celtics. He had game. Now I'm just saying, publishers, give him a book deal.